watch Worlds be Snake Eyes? I mean, probably. Like, I don't think this ban list that we're getting right now is going to be in effect for Worlds. Because I think that would be unreasonable. Which doesn't mean that it's impossible for them to do it, because they've done unreasonable things in the past, but I don't think it will. I don't think they would do that. Because, like, that'd be crazy, right? Worlds is in 1.5 weeks or something. I'm pretty sure maybe the Worlds participants already have confirmation. They confirmed it's not. Okay, yeah, that's good. I mean, that's what I thought, but it's good that they confirmed it. So I mean, Worlds this year. What are the restrictions? You have 1 Ash, you have 1 Wanted, you have 2 Bonfires. Other than that, Snake Eye Fiendsmith is pretty much full power, right? So it's like, that's basically 1 Ash, 1 Wanted, 2 Bonfire is pretty much Master Duel, right? It's basically Master Duel. And in Master Duel, Snake Eye is still the best deck. Alongside, like, Yugioh. And keep in mind, you're playing Master Duel Snake Eye, but with Fiendsmith. And you don't have to worry about getting Max C at Worlds. Right? There's no Max C and there's no Fuvaros yet. So it's basically Master Duel Snake Eye plus the Fiendsmith engine. Like, yeah, you don't have Necro Crypt Princess, but it's still a pretty damn powerful deck. And you also have Snake Eye Diabellstar if you want to play it. Purulia, though? Yeah, you don't care about Purulia that much. I don't think. I don't think Purulia changes that much. So, yeah. Check this for the full breakdown. Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, shoutouts to Lampy for once again hitting us up with a cool graphic. Let me see if I can zoom in. All right. Enhance. So Snake Eye has no Necroquip, 1 Ash, 1 Wanted, 2 Bonfire. That is still completely viable and strong. Yubel just doesn't have the TCG exclusive fusions, which I think is a big deal. But I think it still is really, really powerful. So Yubel is very strong. Tenpai with 1 Sangan Summoning and 2 Shifters is still playable. I personally think the bigger issue for Tenpai, if you're looking at it through an OCG lens, because it's the best deck, or like, there's 2 best decks in the OCG right now. One of them is Tenpai. I think that's mainly because of, Maxi and Fuvaros, both of which are not allowed at Worlds, which I think is a problem for Tenpai. I think Tenpai is actually not that strong, all things considered. Like, I personally wouldn't play it. I would be testing Snake Eye. I would be testing Yubel. I'd run some test games with Tenpai, but I probably wouldn't play it. Branded, I think, is good at Worlds, but not amazing. Labyrinth is fine. Nothing. It doesn't have great matchups, I don't think, into some of the other decks, so it's just okay. Memento, I don't know Memento well enough to tell you how good Memento is without Necroquip and without Aerial Eater. I can still imagine it being able to do some nice combos with Fiendsmith cards. At the same time, I feel like if you're playing a Fiendsmith 1-card combo deck, you know, Yubel and Snake Eye are like better options. I'm sure it's not bad. I'm sure like Memento is not terrible, but I don't know if I would like prefer it over Yubel or Snake Eye. Probably not. The fact that they put emergency provisions as a nerf to White Forest Runic is honestly offensive as hell. Also, skill drain. Like, I mean, I guess skill drain is fair enough, but like the fact that they put emergency provisions in here to show, quote unquote, what White Forest Runic loses is offensive. I'm offended by that. I am offended. That's crazy behavior. Anyways, yeah, White Forest Runic 1 Fountain is really hard. Honestly, any Runic combo deck with 1 Fountain is I I don't see it, dude. I even in Master Duel, like whenever I play them, it's only on like ranked, you know, like it's never really in like tournaments or like competitive environments. I just like in ranked they're fine. I don't think at the top level one fountain is enough. Like, you just gotta be able to chain block your fountain sometimes by searching another fountain. Like it's just too big of a problem. Unchained I don't think is good enough. Gimmick Puppet, I don't know if this limit of the exceed even does much. But yeah. Flu doesn't have Cowrie. Shifters at 2. Rescue Ace is kind of destroyed. Isn't Airlifter also on the list somewhere? That one, right? Why does it not say that? Or is that... Oh, is it only the differences between us and the OCG? I guess, because it's both. It's at 1 in the TCG, so it's not a change. Yeah, okay. Kashtira is destroyed. Pearly seems weird with these. Centurion does not have Calamity, which I think is a big deal. I think, like, Centurion is probably fine. It's a fine deck in Master Duel right now without Calamity, but, like... all the other decks get Fiendsmith and you don't, so I don't know if that's great. I also feel like Centurion is one of the decks that operates a little bit better in a Maxi environment than in a non-Maxi environment, so I don't know. Musketeer, I guess, could be cool. Sprite is dead as hell. Dragon Link, dude. Generic hits. Yeah, no Fenrir. 1 Drain, 1 Cross Out, 1 Prosp. 1 SP doesn't really matter. 1 Zeus doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Worlds is gonna be, for the most part, a triangle format between Snake Eye, Yubel, and Tenpai. Melodious is probably pretty solid. It could be. You could play Voiceless, you could play Melodious. They're not unplayable. It's just you also gotta consider, like... Is someone really gonna invest like all their time Worlds prepping for Melodious? Because I feel like it'd be the kind of deck, like these decks down here, Chimera, Melodious, Voiceless, and Ritual Beast, I think all of them are really they are playable 100%. I think you gotta put a lot of work into them though, and you gotta work harder than if you were just playing Snake Eyes probably. On the flip side, you are unlikely that it's unlikely that other players are really gonna respect your deck in deck building. I don't think anyone is gonna really respect Melodious in deck building, for example. I guess the question is, with 1 Wanted, 1 Bonfire, 1 Wanted, 1 Ash, 2 Bonfire, you could build a Melodious with a heavy hand trap count, and maybe that's fine against Snake Eye because they have less starters. So on average, if you have like 2 hand traps, it's fine. I just think hand trap decks like Melodious and Voiceless, they suffer so much from the fact that, like, these first turn combos just get stronger with Fiendsmith involved, right? Like, even if you can choke them out of like their Snake Eye package or something, like the ability for them to still go into some sort of Fiendsmith lines if they just have a couple of bodies on the board. Yeah, without Necro Princess, they need like 1 extra body or something, but like for the most part, like, before Fiendsmith, it was like you draw 2 hand traps against Snake Eye and it was usually fine. Now, it feels a little bit more risky, so I don't know. But they're viable, I think. Like, I think on the one hand, most people are gonna play Snake Eye or Yubel. But on the other hand, I think there's always people at Worlds trying to innovate. There's always people at Worlds trying to catch other people off guard. So I could definitely see some people bringing some more off-meta picks, like, you know, maybe someone tries Centurion or Musket or Ritual Beast, Voiceless, Melodious. I think they're playable. The math on 2 hand traps as a snake is pretty much the same if there's no Necroquip. I mean, yeah, in terms of the just turning 2 bodies into Closed Moon, you're right. But the math changes a little bit if they can also just draw the Engraver, right? Because then it's a lot harder to stop them with certain hand traps, even in combinations of 2, right? Because then it's actually much easier for them to push through 2 hand traps. So that's annoying, right? It's like before Fiendsmith, it was like if if you had 2 hand traps, your opponent basically needed normal summon, bonfire, and witch to play through it. Or just like called by or crossed out, obviously. But like if they had to like bonfire for a normal summon because they didn't have a normal summon, or they just didn't have witch, then it was like much easier. And now Engraver is in the mix is like, yeah, weird. But you can probably play it. I agree. You could play it if you put in some work and find a good list and play it really well. One thing I would like about some of these decks down here is that they have pretty good Tenpai matchups, right? Like, I think Melodious has a pretty good Tenpai matchup. I heard that Ritual Beast has a good Tenpai matchup, but I'm not actually experienced with it, so I'm not entirely sure if it's true, but I heard it.